So I have a lot of people that come to me and tell me that they want to be an entrepreneur, and I tend to ask them why. And I really want to try to find out what their key motives are. And I tend to get the same three answers. One is that people want more freedom. The second is that they want more money. And the third is that they want to be their own boss. And I think these are the three misconceptions that I keep hearing over and over. So that's what I really want to address today. So let's get this thing started. Okay, so let's look at the first item, freedom. I think this one's really funny. It's as if being an entrepreneur, or it's as if the mentality of being an entrepreneur is going to somehow magically give you more time on your hands. This is a huge misconception. If you want to go down the path of starting a business and you want it to be successful, you are going to work your ass off. And you never get to turn it off, right? It'll be, let's say it's the weekend, you're plotting how you're going to do the next big thing, or you're thinking about, how you have to fire someone, and, you might be thinking about, well, if I can't land a client this month, how am I going to make payroll? How am I going to get paid this month? So those are the things that keep running through your head, and you really never get to turn that off. Okay, so moving on to misconception number 2. You want to be your own boss. So if you approach starting a company for the money, and you want to be rich, and you approach it as something that's not rooted in the core of who you are, then starting a company or entrepreneurship will be your boss. Misconception number 3 is that people feel like they're going to make more money. What's really interesting about this is that there was a study done on what people in the United States believe the average profit margin is for a company. And what's really funny is that they said that the average profit margin was 36%. So I want to have you compare that to a study done by Yahoo Finance of 212 industries. And I didn't say 212 companies, I said 212 industries. The average profit margin, according to Yahoo Finance, is 6.5%. And that's net profit. So that would be what the company could actually take home if they actually wanted to take that home. Now you have some companies out there that are in the 15 to 20+% range for net profit, but this is definitely more rare. So I really want to focus on the average of 6.5%. There's this harsh reality that you have to face when you have a company with these average profit margins. So let's say you have $1 million in sales. To pull out $65,000 in profit for the business, you have all these employees, you have all the overhead, you have all your hard work, you have your risk, and the fact that you can never shut off your mind. So, maybe in this situation you pay yourself around $75,000 personally, but it's unlikely you're going to distribute the corporate profits of $75,000 to yourself, or $65,000 to yourself. You're going to want to keep that in the business, you're going to want to reinvest it. And depending on how your company is structured, you're going to have to actually pay tax on the profit that the company made, even though you personally didn't make that money. Okay, so there's a lot of misconceptions about entrepreneurship, but these are the top 3 that I keep hearing all the time. And I want to stress a word of advice that if you're going to be an entrepreneur and you're going to start a business, don't start with the money, the freedom, or the idea of being your own boss. Start with a passion for something, and something specifically that's rooted in who you are, that's rooted in your personal story. The deeper the roots you have in this story, in this journey, the less chance you have of some storm ripping you out of the ground, right? If you follow this logic for entrepreneurship, I guarantee you that the money will come eventually. And on top of that, the real passion, if you have real passion for something, that passion is contagious, right? It attracts those around you. It attracts others to work for you who believe in your mission. And when you want to try to scale a company, hiring really great talent, that is a huge factor for your success. So that's all I got for you. If you found this video helpful, please click on the like button below, pass the video along. If you guys can think of any additional misconceptions out there about entrepreneurship or starting a company, leave your comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And that's all I got for you. Thanks a lot.